Greetings, this is Vane and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. And I have changed my mind about what we're going to do this session. We're going to go through the Sensoriums. Okay, Splinter. How can you help me? Can you show me the Sensoriums? There are two. The public Sensorium, where visitors may use sensory stones for anywhere between 10 and 50 commons, and the private Sensorium, where only members of the Society of Sensation are allowed. You can reach neither of them yourself, or we must take you there. Take me to the public Sensorium then. Okay, so.
All right.
Sensei Guide. This man's gentle voice compliments his calm and refined demeanour. Greetings, are you here to use one of the sensory stones? Yes, I am. There are currently more than a dozen standard sensations available, as well as 6 more extravagant experiences. The use of a standard stone is 10 copper commons, the more involved ones will cost you 150 coppers. Would you care to hear the standard or the extravagant sensations? The standard. The man smiles and explains to you some of the various sensations that are currently available for your perusal. Will one of these suit you? Unavoidable pain will do. Good. The stone you shall want is in one of the smaller changes, one room clockwise in the stairwell. It is greenish yellow in colour. Thanks. Farewell. Okay, so you're telling us...
I'm gone.
Okay. This greenish yellow stone is one of the clerk directed you towards. Within it lies experience unavoidable pain. Begin the sensation. The experience is short and a violent one, struggling with another, slightly stronger man on the edge of a blazing hot stream of molten lava. Your weapon hand is slowly, inexhaustibly forced ever closer to the magma. Beads of sweat evaporate the instant they appear. The hair on the back of your hand beckons and smoulders above awesome heat. Finally, your howls of suffering echo from the canyon walls around you. Your hand and axe it holds plunges into the lava and chars to ash in a few agonizing seconds. Tell yourself from the experience. Experience seems to have stirred some long forgotten, vaguely similar memory in your own mind. You feel as if you've gained something from using a sensory stone. Okay.
If you keep bobbing about, Skull, I'm gonna mount you in the end of a pike!
This is an unusual light stone. It's securely fastened to the pedestal that it rests upon. Leave. Okay. So I need to go to the sensory guide to unlock the sensations. Okay. I'd like another... You enjoyed the sensory experience. Something may I do for you now? I'd like another session. There are currently more than a dozen standard sensations available, so I have 6 more extravagant experiences. The use for a standard one, 10 commons. The more involved ones will cost 150 coppers. Would you like to hear the standard or the extravagant? Standard, okay. Tender love. Will do. We have tender love. Good choice. Like another I'd like another session. Standard. Mind-numbing tedium. Thanks, there well. We'll try something.
Done.
Okay, so I have to book book it and then. Yeah, okay. This is going to be fun. I'd like another session. Standard. Let's do Tender Love. It was light blue in colour. Thank you. Very well. Light blue one is the one the clock directed you towards. Within it lies experience Tender Love. Your eyes are closed. You can sense yourself standing on the tips of your toes pressed against someone tightly. Soft lift brush against yours, giving you the most gentle of kisses. Your heart seems to flutter in your chest, and you feel as if you could fall backwards and simply float off into space. Okay. This comely middle-aged woman is wandering about dreamily, absent-mindedly chewing on a thumbnail. Her eyes seem focused on Nate in particular. She is dressed in elegant yet dishevelled finery and her hair is slightly tousled. Greetings. She takes a thumb from her mouth, smoothing back a strand of hair that has fallen in front of her eyes. Are you, by any chance, Lady Thorncombe? Her eyes widen a moment and she looks away from you. No, sir. No, I am not, sir. But I think that you are, madam. I was told that you are the mage's tutor at the Civic Fest Hall. Lady Thorncombe puts on a sunlock. And if I was this woman, what of it? I had hoped to receive training in the magical arts.
Updated my journal.
Shall dash your hopes to pieces, and I no longer wish to teach magic. Now go. Leave me in peace. But why not? As if it were any concern of yours. But it is. I seek to learn, and you can teach. I would know what I might do to convince you to train me. She sighs sadly and resumes chewing her thumbnail. I doubt there is little you can offer me that I cannot find on my own. The sensory stones provide me with all the things that my considerable wealth cannot buy. Sensory stones? Yes. Each stone has recorded with me an experience or another. When I first came to these halls, I spent little time with them. Only now do I realise what I'd been missing. What had you been missing?
Updated my journal.
She nods, smiling. Her eyes take on a glassy sheen and nods herself tightly. One could spend lifetimes here among the stones, experiencing after wondrous experience. Mere words cannot express their magnificence. I can only suggest you see for yourself, sir. You sound addicted. She snarls at you. Nonsense. I could stop any time I wished. I merely choose to bask in their wonder. Why waste time teaching dawdling, ungrateful magelings when I could remain here among these precious stones, living 100 new lives each day? I don't think the stones are there for that. Shouldn't you seek sensations of your own to share? What you think that matters little to me. Farewell. Lady Thorncombe squints at you as if trying to remember who you were. Suddenly she frowns, pointing at you. I hope you have not come here in an ill-fated attempt to drag me back to the training chamber, because I most certainly shall not go. I had some questions, actually. Very well, ask what you wish. I had questions about you. As you pay attention, you realise she's not looking at you, let alone paying you any attention. Lady Thorncombe, my question? Very well, ask what you wish. I had questions about this place. Leave her alone, okay? I trust you enjoyed your sensory experience. Same I may do for you now. I'd like another session. Go for the standard. And we want mind-numbing tedium. A good choice. The stone you want is the one in the smaller chambers, 3 rooms clockwise from the stairwell. It is violet in colour. Yes, it's that one here. Mind-numbing tedium. The violet stone is one the clock directed you. Within it lies the experience. Mind-numbing tedium. Again, a sensation. The experience couldn't be more than a few minutes long, but hours seemed to pass. A long, boring lecture in the driest, dustiest hall of the University of Charm and Sigil. You look about the vast hall, hoping to catch someone inside to put a face at, but the other students are either asleep or staring listlessly into space. You drop your quill pen, pick it up, drop it again, just for something to do. You consider stabbing yourself in the eye with it just to see if your senses hasn't been wholly numbed by the incredible boredom. Stir yourself in the experience. Okay. Experience seems to have stirred some long forgotten, vaguely similar memory in your own mind. You feel as if you gained something from using the sensory stone. I'd like another session. Standard. Sheer wonder. Good choice. The stone you want is one of the small 4 rooms clockwise from the stairwell. It is greenish yellow in colour. Thanks. Farewell.
All right.
Greenish yellow stone is one the clock directory for within lies the experience sheer wonder. Begin the sensation. Hesitantly, you open your mouth and take a shallow breath, and water flows into your lungs like cool air. You smile and take a deep breath, gawking in all directions as you slowly sink into the bottom of the harbour, where hundreds of colourful fish weave through twisting tracts of brilliant coral. As your feet touch the bottom, you peer up at the keel of your ship and laugh about loud with joy. A string of great bubbles shooting up towards the surface. Stir yourself in your experience. Let's leave. Like another session. The standard. Consuming impatience. Good choice.
Done.
The register orange stone is the one the clock directs you towards. Within it lies the experience. Consuming impatience. Debating with Amos the horribly slow, keeper of the Lion Key, as to whether or not your quest is important enough for him to relinquish the artifact into your care. The whole experience is an exercise in sheer torment. Each and every one of his words is followed by a significant pause. Each and every point he makes is reiterated time and again before he lets you speak. You present an argument, and then waits, and then waits, and waits while he makes his counterpoint, to which you shoot out a snappy counterpoint of your own, then must wait yet again for another of Amnes's drawling, meandering, seemingly endless counterpoints. It's everything you could do to simply lop Vane's tusked head off and snatch the key from his twitching corpse. This is tedious. Like another session. Standard. Let's have a look. Tired surrender. Good choice. Farewell. Tired surrender. Shuddering, chattering, hoping beyond the hope to be found, you curl into yourself beneath a blanket of snow to save what little warmth you have left. Fighting to keep your eyes open, to remain awake, you become aware that you can no longer feel your arms, your legs, the ice against your face, and tired, so tired, you're last resigned to the inevitable. You close your eyes, bidding sleep a bitter welcome, as the sense of loss forces a single tear, doomed to crystallise before it even reaches your cheek, from your aching eyes. Okay. Like another session, what have we got? The standard. Tired surrender. Supernatural lust. A good choice. It was light blue. Thanks, farewell.
I'm gone.
The light blue stone is the one that a clerk directs you towards wherein it lies the experience supernatural lust. You find yourself coupling with a succubus, a creature of intense, otherworldly beauty that even her friend's horns and fashion tail give you no pause. She gasps under you. You desire her so completely that the whole of your existence seems focused towards a single goal. As your life explodes from you in a starry burst, you hear the delighted laughter of the succubus as she drains you dry, leaving your body but a soulless husk. Okay. What others have we got? Like another session. Standard. Supernatural last. Tell me of some of the others. Was it psychosis? Psychosis will do. Good. The stone shall use one in the smaller chambers, one room clockwise. It is greenish yellow in colour. So that's this one again. We're doing it again. Greenish yellow one is one of the clock rules wherein it lies experience psychosis. Again, the sensation. The experience is a strange one, very disturbing. You have the point of a knife pressed to someone's throat, your hand clamped over their mouth, and breath hot and heavy in their face. You begin to stab them slowly. The knife dimples their skin and eventually breaks it. There is a hot rush of blood over your forearm, sound of strangled respiration, the horrible sense of perverted glee, and it is over. Show yourself an experience. Okay. Another question. Another session. Standard. 8. Festering jealousy. So these all hold 2 each, and whichever one you get is the one you've to pay for. Okay.
Done.
Festering jealousy. You feel your lip curl as the faint-haired young hero, armour gleaming like a polished silver mirror, once again enters your tavern. Hanging his velvet cloak on a wall peg, he surveys your patrons with a pair of eyes like city gems, and a smile that sets the serving wenches swooning. You set the mug you're cleaning down and harumph loudly, think what it'd be like to turn him upside down and shove him in a rain barrel. Stir yourself from the experience. See what we've got here. 8. Bitter loathing. Good choice. Bitter loathing. Venomous tears of pain brimming in your narrow yellow eyes. You gather the tattered remains of your small skull red wings off the floor. You humbly back out of Grober's study, gritting your needle-like teeth beneath sealed lips. Sure, you're only a spinagon, at least amongst demos, but that's no cause for Fitping to tear your wings off because he doesn't like the message you brought him. What will your Gilugan master do now? You certainly can't say anything to Grober, and what use is a spinagon without its wings? You'll probably get cast into the pit of flame for incompetence. Vengeance. Out of the question, there's little to do but shake your clawed fist and hate Grover with all your loathing. With all the loathing your hard little black devil's heart can muster. Okay. Pure glee. Thanks, farewell. Pure glee. Greenish yellow stone is the one that the clock directs you towards. Within it lies the experience pure glee. Beginner sensation. Dancing and leaving about in the rhythm with the wood elf bouncing festival music. You and a dozen other dancers spin through the forest clearing like a whirling dervish, smiling and laughing like mad. As the cheering forest dwellers whoop, clap and dance alongside you, fairies careen through the air above your heads, leaving sparkling trails of coloured lights. See, frightened exhilaration. 5. Frightened exhilaration. You twist your head up to look your head to look up at the large contraption strapped to your back. A set of 4 bat-like wings extended from out of it, each made of leather pulled taut over wicker frames. From the precipice you're perched on, Dilgyar's floating forwards appears nothing as a tiny speck suspended in the blue-grey sky, miles away across nothing but empty air. This is how everyone travels on the plane of air. They said, it's easy. You smirk, step back a ways and make a running jump, leap off the cliff into the cool wind below, leaving your stomach behind. As the wings suddenly catch the air, an amazing rush shudders through your entire body as you soar out over the nothingness and towards the elemental prince's abode. Okay. Like another session. Standard. Let's see. 8. Grim Determination. The entire hall was in ruins and still in the process of being destroyed, as dozens of combatants hurled weapons, deadly, arcane magics, and themselves at one another in a desperate struggle to be the last one standing. Plumes of acrid green smoke rose from the pile of limp bodies you dragged yourself out of, having barely escaped the wrath of some fiendish spell. There it was, crossed away through the battling throng, through the bloodthirsty battle ahead of you, sitting untouched on a miraculously upright table, your pint of mead. And you'd get it back if you have to kill everyone last one of the brawling tavern patrons to do it. Huh. Like another session, a standard. What's that? Complete bafflement. Good choice. Complete bafflement.
I'm gone.
You awake from an uneasy dream to find yourself transformed in your dank lair into a rather small, fallen, fleshy thing. You're lying on your shell, shellless, as it were wholly unprotected. Back, and when you lift your tiny head unadorned with its sensory antenna, a little you can see your pinkish belly partly covered in soft curling hairs, quite unlike black bristles you're accustomed to seeing there. Your only two legs now jut from the end of your torso rather than from around your abdomen. They look thick and ungainly in proportion to your body and lie there limply, making no attempt to right you on your own. Only by actively concentrating can you move the things. What has happened to you? Okay. I'll go with that for complete bafflement, because I'm baffled. Okay. Like another session. The extravagant. Will one of these do? Horrible regrets. Fine choice. In the larger chamber was 3 rooms counterclockwise. So with that one there, 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so we're starting here then. This reddish orange stone is the one the clock directs you towards. Within it lies the experience. Horrible regrets. Beginner sensation. You stand on the deck of your flagship, the Divine Hammer, as it floats over the continent of Argheim, held aloft by the winds of magic. The very landscape roils and shudders beneath you. The bombardment of your fleet, 1,000 ships, cannons, and bombards, hurling their sorcerous fire down like vengeful gods. Shockwaves begin to hit your ship only minutes ago. A constant vibration that sends shudders through the whole of the ancient craft and moves your very bones, accompanied by a constant rumbling bass. As the land's mountains begin to sink and the seas around it begin to boil off into the atmosphere, your first officer comes to stand beside you. Lord Admiral, permission to speak freely, sir. You nod your acquiescence, and your stomach sinking as you guess at his question. My lord, forgive me, but how? What gives us the right? 1 billion lives. You speak without turning to him, unable to take your eyes off Rumos, the nation's vast capital city, as it vaporizes into a cloud of superheated gases 12 miles across and growing ever wider. If you only knew the full treachery of the Agorites' first officer film, one which is beyond most of any man's comprehension, then you would know. You would speak of our right to annihilate them, with no right to let them live. But, sir, traitors, all of them, surely among the hundreds of thousands. How many innocents? Silence, speak of it no more. Our king has spoken, his will be done. The task set us is a horrible one, not fit for contemplation or questioning. There's no room for pity, no room for remorse, only duty. The two of you stand silently for a time, watching the last minutes of Argheim. At long last you sigh, a low, stuttering exhalation that sounds as if something has broken inside of you. Beneath the brazen plate that covers the ruined half of your face, your dead eye begins to weep. Falm, my friend, I would have you understand. I know now, as I look down at what I have wrought here, that were I to think upon what I have done, what I have truly done, I would be struck mad. A deed such as this, the anguish would overwhelm, destroy me. So, first officer Falm, it must be that there are no innocents in Agharheim. No mothers, no children, no people, only traitors, vile, cunning traitors, who deserve no less than the full brunt of our most holy king's wrath. Do you understand this? Yes, my lord. Good, now go. I wish to be alone here. By your command, Lord Admiral, Falm bows his head and returns below deck, leaving you to stand over the end of civilization. Okay. Like another session. Extravagance. Shock and arise receiving vengeance. Okay.
All right.
In here. Shock and rise to receiving vengeance. You stand somewhere in the nether regions of the plains, a sweltering place where the ground is beaten copper and the skies of brass. There, the bodies of sinners, petitioners in this horrid place, are rolled against iron brambles and bronze scorpions until their bones are fine grey dust. You squint at the horizon, the bone dust rising with putrid-smelling gusts of wind that carry with them the sound of agonised moaning. There is nothing but flat, metallic landscape as far as the eye can see. The dust is everywhere, in everything. It stings at you. Your eyes coats the insides of your mouth with a pasty film. You spit, wiping at it with your finger. But it's of no use. The stuff's taste has fouled your mouth completely. You look down at the key in your hand, a minute platinum orb, and picture the man's face who solemnly saw to you the magical portal you just passed through. Now gone, of course. Led to the green fields of Biotopia. Someone, by all the powers in their proxies, was going to pay for this one.
Done.
Okay, like another session. Extravagance. See, slowly dawning horror. Slowly dawning horror. How good could it be, you think, regarding the burgundy liquid carefully. Across the table from you, the twisted old man smiles. Please, sir, try, he whispers, his hushed voice the sound of dry leaves blown over a roughly cobbled street. For I shall find it more than lives up to my expectations, I am sure. You nod at him and lift the crystal goblet into the air, watching the light play through the crimson liquor. You can't. You'd come a long way for this drink, searched long and hard for this, old man, and you would be damned to let anything rush you now. The moment was to be savoured. You raise the glass to your lips, inhaling the stuff's aroma. The bouquet is light, sweet, intoxicating, almost dizzyingly so. You've tried countless drinks, written tomes about them, their flavours and smells, means of manufacture in your journeys across the plains. But this stuff was supposed to be legendary. No living man you'd found or heard of had tried this stuff. The stories were ridiculous. Nothing could taste quite so good. But if there were indeed the slightest bit of truth to them, this would be some fine liqueur indeed. At last you drink the goblet, a cautious sip. Incredible, indescribable. As the flavour washes over your palate, you fight the urge to shudder with delight. Nothing you have tried in all your long years has tasted quite like this. You look up at the old man, startled to find your glass empty. You had drained it all in a single draught. You wipe your eyes at the back of your hand, not entirely sure when you had begun to cry. Tears of joy, huh? The old man laughed softly. Quite pleasing to the tongue, is it not? Would thou like some more, perchance? He smiles at you once more. Yes, if I might. Surely, he replies, refilling your glass. Try as you might, you cannot resist downing it in a single gulp. You thrust your finger into the goblet and attempt to find some last hidden drop of the stuff. Several times more does he fill the goblet, and each time you gulp the stuff down like a starving man would devour a feast, unable to control yourself to deny yourself another exquisite taste of it. He chuckles softly once more. A drink such as this, a man would do anything for it, no? You nod without hesitation. Yes, a man would. Looking at him, his sly smile saying takes on a whole new meaning. A sense of horror begins to creep over you, even as you begin to yearn painfully for more of the blood-red liqueur. Yes, the old man grins, his yellow eyes gleaming. A man would do anything in the fall of such drink, even the most terrible, most heinous of deeds, as thou shalt see, my newest servant. Like another session. Extravagance. Indescribable frustration. Thanks so well. Indescribable frustration. You can see it now, the crown of Hathon gleaming upon the marble pedestal. No more than 20 strides away it is. With it you could wrest control of the armies of Aethanopolis away from your treacherous brother and restore your father's kingdom. A fool your wretched brother was, you smiled grimly at the thought, to leave the king's only daughter alive, thinking she could do no harm. A sound, the creak of leather sandals, the softest hissed, over there by that third pillar. She was close now. Plalathe the Medusa, jealously guarding the crown her servants had stolen for her so long ago. Crouching behind the wide pillar, you wrap your hand round your trusted thrice-blessed javelin. With your helm of swiftness and your 100-mirrored shield, even a beast such as Plalathe would be no match for you. Any moment now, she would round the bullet and meet the sight for you. Even if she turned away from the shield, your javelin would surely find her throat. Suddenly there is a gentle touch on your shoulder. You gasp, spinning round to face, of course, the Medusa. Accepting the inevitable, you have time to loose a piercing cry of frustration before your lungs, and every other part of you solidifies into cold, grey stone. Vastly important secrets. Vastly important secret. 6 imperial servants rush ahead of you, swinging the golden doors of the Dragon Palace wide. Long live the Empress, they cry in unison. 1,000 years. Long live the Empress. 1,000 years. Beyond the threshold, dozens of loyal warlords, kings in their own right, drop to their knees, touching their heads to the floor in defence as you pass them en route to their grand imperial throne. As you turn and face your minions, seating yourself across the imperial throne, you allow a small, satisfied smile to creep across your carefully painted lips. There is but one thought in the forefront of your mind: that the body of the young Empress, Wudsun Shah, lies broken at the bottom of a well of solitude, and that you, Beihua, thy horse merchant's daughter, are at last poised to shake the empire and the corrupt Wu dynasty to its very foundations. Okay.
All right.
Lycanthropy.
All right.
You suddenly aware the hour is almost come. You leap from your bed and run flying from your cottage into the surrounding woods. Stumbling in the dark, you come to a small moonlit clearing, the one you had found last week and decided to use tonight. You hastily strip off your clothes, sit in the long grass, and wait. You close your eyes, listening to the steady chirp of crickets, the throaty croaking of bullfrogs in a nearby creek, the rustle of the grass as the wind caresses it. What would someone think, seeing this through your eyes, experiencing this moment and what was next to come? Soon you will travel to the city, find a cleric to rid you of the curse, but for now, you may as well make the best of things. You rub your hands together with anticipation, grinning like a bearded, fire-haired giant of a madman, sitting naked and alone in a forest, clearing in the dead of night. A prickling sensation runs across your skin, and your senses sharpen dramatically. You breathe in through your nose, inhaling the scent of everything around you: the damp earth, the sweat on your cast-off clothes, the opossum clinging fearfully to their tree behind you. You open your eyes and look down at your forearms. The faint moonlight reveals the slightest quivering across the surface, but in moments the flesh begins to ripple impossibly, tufts of thick brown fur sprouting forth. With a grisly crackling sound, like popping joints and grinding bones, your back and shoulders begin to hunch and broaden, uncomfortable but not quite painful. Your muscles, your entire body mass, doubles, triples in size and continues to grow. Still fascinated by the transformation yourself, you watch as your fingers wither away to nothing, hands swelling into meaty paws from which burst fur and massive black claws. The night seems to become brighter as your eyes transform and become accustomed to the darkness. A wide muzzle comes into view, and you touch your wet, sniffling nose delicately, chuckling to yourself. Next time you think you'll have to stare into a mirror or pond as the curse takes effect. Watch your face warp and change, losing its familiar shape to become a bear's. Soon, it becomes difficult to concentrate upon anything but your more basic urges. Food would be good right now. Yes, food. Perhaps you'll get lucky and find a nice, fat catfish in a creek. You rise off your massive hunches with a huff and begin to amble through the trees on all fours, heading for the water's edge. Okay. So.
I'm gone.
Again, you stand. Yes, I had some questions. What did you mean by future major tutor of the festival? It's a prestigious position to be an official tutor in one of the festival's changing procedures. If only I could somehow that I was be a superior tutor. It'd always bring up the fact that she's addicted to sensory stones. She doesn't seem to want to teach anymore.
Updated my journal.
Salabesh's tight lips curl into a nice smile. Is she now? And she no longer cares to teach. Excellent. Rubs his hands together like a cliche villain with a dastardly plot. I'll request to be the new mage's tutor shortly then. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. How can you help me? Can you show me to Sensorious? Public one.
All right. All right. All right. I'm gone. Done.
There you are. I just wondered if you knew that Salabesh was happy to hear of your decision and is requesting to be made the new mage's tutor. Salabesh, that portly little oaf, the man couldn't magic his way out of a mildewed sack. Now, what was this decision you speak of? Why, your decision to remain in the sensoriums and no longer train less experienced mages.
Updated my journal.
What? But I... Yes, Lady Thornton? Lazy, asinine, wholly asinine. Should you see Celebus, tell him not to bother. I shall return to the training chambers at once. Perhaps I'll see you there, Lady Thorncombe. Farewell.
Ooh, looks like my skills have increased. What's up?
Okay.
All right.
Lady Falcon nods to you, but you're not as clear as to whether she recognises you or not. She straightened her clothes and hair and looks quite the aging but attractive noble, but still seems to be far away and easily distracted. Greetings, so you're here to train in the magical arts? Yes, I am. Very well, answer me these questions if you would. She proceeds to test your intelligence and reasoning ability with a long series of logic and word puzzles. Answer her questions as best you can. You answer the last set of questions. She nods pleased. You are a mage by trade then, I take it? That I am. Are you ready to see what spells I can teach you then? Yes, please show me. So, let's see.
Done. Done.
Okay. Going to save it there. This has been Vane doing Let's Play Sid Meier's, not Sid Meier's, blah, blah, blah. Let's Play Planescape Torment. Sid Meier's Planescape Torment. Yeah, that'd be an interesting game. I think that would be an interesting game. Anyway, let's play Planescape Torment. As always, if you like what you're seeing here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring me on Patreon, and until next time, goodbye.